So I don't know.
I can't even believe it. I know. I mean, I don't even know if they're going to believe us. No. Well, we better get back to Jerusalem quickly.
I thought we were going the other direction.
We were going the other direction, but then we had to turn around and come right back.
So here's what happened. I don't know if you're going to believe this, but here's what happened. We had to come back and tell you immediately.
I know it's like we just left, but now we're back.
Yes. So we're just going to Emmaus. You know, it wasn't very far. You know, they didn't send the important disciples to Emmaus, but we got to go. We were happy to go. And
it was only 7 miles, so we were like, yeah,
not far.
we'll go after lunch.
Yeah. Nice walk.
Yeah,
nice
it was
little
a
stroll.
very nice walk.
And
We were talking.
we were a lot to talk about. We were just, yap, all the way about all the stuff that had been happening so much. And, you know, not really knowing exactly what was happening too. So
first there was Friday, remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, and they handed over Jesus,
and then that time in between, and then Sunday morning and the empty anyway, so we're talking about all this stuff, and
suddenly
this guy just kind of came up behind us and just he kind of joined us. We didn't know who he was.
No, we'd never seen him before.
He said, "Well, what's all this stuff you're talking about?" And we said, "Like,
are you kidding? Are you the only person who hasn't heard the news?
You don't know what's been going on? Really? How could you have missed that?" And we told him about the way that Jesus was arrested and crucified, and that whole thing. We had to tell him the whole story, like what kind of where was he?
And then we told him, you know, everything has happened. It's been tragedy, it's been comedy. Then Sunday morning, early in the morning, this very morning, the women went to the tomb and
empty.
It was empty. They couldn't find his body anywhere. And so then they said they had a vision. And, you know, they said they had a vision of these angels that said he was alive.
So we were telling him all this.
And
then he said, and he got kind of all...
Yeah, he got really rude. He kind of
serious
had an attitude.
on us. And he said, well, what about all the stuff in the prophets and from Moses and all that stuff?
He started questioning our, biblical literacy.
Yeah, like we were, like he was giving us a lesson.
We're disciples.
Yeah, and we read the Bible. But he was telling us all this stuff, you know. This was the way.
Are you guys fools?
It was like this is the way it was supposed to happen. All this stuff was like what was supposed to happen.
Right. He said, "Do you want me to start from the very beginning?" And then he did. He started from Moses.
All the way through.
All the prophets.
It's a good thing we still had some ways to walk.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of a long story.
Yeah, it takes a lot to shut us up, but it did.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we got to Emmaus.
We finally got to Emmaus.
And it was like he was going to go on.
Yeah.
And we said, well,
maybe he's hungry.
You should have dinner with us.
I mean, he's a pretty good teacher. He's a nice guy.
After all that stuff, you know, and we've been taught well.
Yeah, so we
invited
him
offer hospitality
for dinner. Yeah.
So we did. We went in,
and he said okay, and he came in, and we had bread.
Yeah, there was bread.
Always bread.
Bread's
not
important.
a gluten-free home.
Yeah.
And then he blessed it.
Yeah, and then he kind of took over the meal. Yeah, he took the bread and
he broke it.
Broke it, and he blessed it, and then
he gave it to all of us,
and
we recognized.
Then we realized who it was.
It was him.
It was Jesus. It was Jesus. Right there. He was right there. I swear to God.
And just like that.
He was right there.
He was gone. He vanished.
Disappeared.
And so we figured we had to go.
We had to tell everyone, you know, we couldn't just stay in Emmaus. So we just thought, okay, we have to go back to, we have to just tell everyone.
Yeah,
we will not believe what happened. We're just taking a little walk to Emmaus. All this stuff happened.
We told them that first he came, and then he broke open the word, scripture, he broke that open, and then he broke open the bread, and that was when things got really good.